All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the heart of northern Thailand, Chiang Mai. And listen, we're going to go way beyond the usual travel guides here. We're talking about a 700-year saga. Think kings, conquest, and this absolutely incredible story of rebirth that really explains what gives this city its soul. So, you know the vibe, right? You've seen those incredible photos of glowing lanterns floating into the sky, the golden temples. You've probably heard people rave about the street food, but that's just scratching the surface. The real story, the story of how Chiang Mai became this cultural powerhouse, well, it's a super dramatic tale of collapse and amazing resilience. And it all starts with the icons we know and love today. Think about it. That creamy, delicious kaw soy, or the breathtaking Yipong Festival, the sacred temple way up on the mountain. All of it just feels like it's been there forever, right? But here's the thing. Every single one of those experiences is a living, breathing echo of a history that kicked off centuries ago, with the founding of a seriously mighty kingdom.
Okay, so our story begins way back in the 13th century with something called the Lana Kingdom. And that name, Lana, it literally translates to a kingdom of a million rice fields. I mean, just picture that for a second. A vast, fertile, prosperous land. This was the era, the Golden Age, that laid the groundwork for everything we now think of as uniquely Chiangmai.
So it all kicks off in 1296 with this visionary ruler, King Mangrai. And he makes this incredibly bold move. He founds a brand new capital. And that decision sparks a 250-year golden age. Seriously, it was this amazing boom time. Art, culture, religion, everything just flourished. And this is when the city gets its most famous, most revered temples, like Wat Chidi Luang and Wat Phra Singh, the ones that still define its skyline today.
And the name he chose? It says it all. Chiang Mai. It literally means new city. And you got to understand, this wasn't just, let's build a new town. No, this was a statement. It was a declaration. King Mangrai was building a powerful new center for the Lana people, one that was designed to completely overshadow the old capitals and signal the dawn of a whole new era. But you know how these stories go, no golden age lasts forever. After centuries of being prosperous and independent, the Lana Kingdom's luck, it just runs out. Its fortunes take this really dark and dramatic turn. The city was about to enter a long period of decline. A shadow that would test its very will to survive. 216 years. Just let that number sink in for a moment. That's longer than the United States has even been a country. For more than 2 whole centuries, from 1558 all the way to 1774, Chiang Mai wasn't its own master. It fell under Burmese control, and this long period of foreign rule, well, it changed absolutely everything.
I mean, the contrast is it's night and day. You had the Lana Golden Age, this era of independence, of incredible cultural flourishing, and then, under Burmese rule, the city becomes a vassal state. The culture just stagnates, crushed under oppression. The once thriving capital was basically a ghost of its former self. So the big question is, how does a city ever come back from something like that?
Well, just when it seemed like the Lana spirit might be gone for good, a new chapter begins. And this wasn't just a single battle. We're talking about a full-scale rebirth. This is the incredible story of how Chiang Mai was literally reclaimed from the brink and painstakingly, piece by piece, brought back to life.
It was a truly heroic effort, and it all went down in 3 main stages. Okay, so first, the Lana leader, a guy named King Kavila, he knew he couldn't do it alone. So he forms this absolutely critical alliance with King Taksin of Siam. Then step 2. Their combined armies pull off a massive victory, finally driving the Burmese out for good in 1774. And that leads to step 3, the rebirth. The city is reclaimed, and those 2 long centuries of foreign rule are finally over.
But winning the battle was only the first part. The city was almost empty, practically a ghost town. So King Kavila starts this incredible policy. It's known as Get Bon Get Mung, and it literally means to gather the people to rebuild the city. Think about that. He launched this massive effort to track down Lana people who had scattered all over the region and bring them back home, to resettle and restore Chiang Mai. It was this conscious, deliberate act to breathe life back into the city's heart.
So the city was reborn, which is amazing, but its journey was far from over. The next century or so would see Chiang Mai navigating a whole new political landscape. It had to transform from this semi-independent kingdom under Siam's protection into the province of Thailand that we know today.
So after the liberation, Chiang Mai's status was, well, it was complicated. For a while, it was a vassal state of Siam. That meant it paid tribute to Bangkok, but it was still led by its own line of hereditary princes. But then, in 1933, everything changed. A huge nationwide reform abolished all these local rulers, and Chiang Mai was fully integrated as a province of Thailand, with a governor appointed directly from the capital. This was really the final step in its long, modern political journey.
And yet, and this is the really cool part, even as its political status completely changed, that deep-rooted Lana culture, it never went away. The unique local language, those vibrant festivals like Yipang and Songkran, the one-of-a-kind food, the art, the historic temples, these pillars of its identity stood strong. This is the living legacy of that original golden age, a culture that proved to be strong enough to survive centuries of turmoil.
And that brings us right back to where we started. See, Chiang Mai isn't just a beautiful place, it's an incredibly resilient one. Its whole identity was forged in a golden age, it was tested by centuries of shadow, and then it was reclaimed by the sheer will of its people. That story, that's what gives the city its soul.
From a powerful kingdom's capital to a global hub for travelers and digital nomads, Chiang Mai has just never stopped evolving. This is a city that has survived and thrived for more than 700 years. So the question for its future is pretty clear, isn't it? What's going to be the next chapter in the incredible, ongoing story of the new city?